That's true.
So, people should learn to not. Well, he's paying off people. He
Right.
paid off people to keep quiet.
Well, y'all just heard like the bit of the subject for those of you who just joined us on YouTube. That yes, Desmond Man will be one of the people we are going to be talking about, especially with the scandal he's got going on. We will start with that in a minute. Plus, we will talk about Jeff Hardy's, issues and his suspension and
I
stuff
want
like
to talk
that.
about what everybody is going through. My fans
Right.
over that.
Right. Also, with problems with some of Desmond Man's yes man, especially Kevin Dunn.
Who is now under investigation for um, fraud and insider trading and all that lot.
Oh yeah, I hate that guy. Um, and Sasha Banks, now, you know,
Was it confirmed that she's been released? Or is it still
well,
unconfirmed?
we'll get to that now. According to like sources, they saying that their her lawyers are working out something to get her out of the contract.
Right.
So yeah, it seems like she does want to leave.
Well, that's so cool. As you said, she's had a good career there. She could have done so much more. But yet again, it's
Right.
the powers that be that kind of put the bar, on things and block certain things from happening.
Right. It's just a shame.
It is a shame. But, maybe that it is time for her to move on and do different things and, get a better, I don't want to say outlook because that's not what I'm looking for. Get a better
Right.
career path, so to speak.
Right. Who knows? Like she probably will succeed or somewhere else. But in your opinion, where do you see her like going to when she finally gets released?
Um, Probably AEW.
Oh, you think?
Everyone seems to be going there. It wouldn't surprise me if she's been in talks already. I know Naomi has kept very quiet.
I think for Naomi, she's just gonna take her suspension or whatever
Yeah,
because it's like the first time she done something like this and
right. And she's probably, you know, thinking about, at least this way she can stay trapped with her husband. You know what I mean? Because that's obviously an important thing.
right. That's
I'm not
true.
saying she couldn't do a lot, you know, out of WWE, but I think, you know, she's always said about how important her relationship is.
Right.
So I think she would do what she can to stay by him for as long as possible. And if they're just saying that we'll suspend you, then fair enough.
Yep. Sus- I think they suspended without pay.
Probably.
Yeah, that's the bad part, being suspended without pay. So it's like, what are you gonna do with yourself until they release you from your suspension? So part of me thinks her suspension probably just gonna last all summer long and
But it
probably
was 3 months. So,
so yeah, most of the summer
yeah.
long.
And that was last month, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. So
So,
August.
August, we can expect her back. Well, her back.
Well,
at
her
least.
back, yeah. And she is a fan favorite, so
And with the whole Glow thing,
Mhm.
that did so much for pumping up the crowd and
Right.
the fans and stuff.
It, although she had a gimmick for like probably like around 5 years, like it's still going,
Right.
and it's
She's
like
one of the few whose gimmick has held out.
right, and it's like one of those gimmicks you don't get sick and tired
Oh.
of either.
Well, the thing is, she changes it up too.
Mhm.
It's not just the same globe thing each time, changes it up and adds different twists to it. Like we've
Right.
had the whole hair thing, we've had the shoes, we've had the actual old costume,
Right.
the make. I mean, it
The
just
helmet.
yeah, she's just varied it up. So
Right.
it's one of those things where and that I think is such a good thing. I'm not saying that Sasha Banks didn't have a good gimmick because it worked for her, but I don't know. There was for me there was always something about Sasha Banks. I told you before, I wasn't a huge
I think she,
fan of hers.
I
I
think
think it was the arrogance behind her.
like the attitude towards
Yeah,
people too. Yeah. That's why I just didn't like about her. It's just like her attitude towards like people.
and I could understand, what being a bit off with people for one day. If
Right.
you've had a bad day or you're overtired and such like, but it seemed to be an ongoing thing with everywhere that they went. Do you know what I mean? It
Exactly.
wasn't just one lot of people saying, "Oh, she was like this, this, and this." It was a whole bunch of people saying she's like this.
Yup. Exactly.
But even still, I will say this: if her and um, Naomi felt that they were being disrespected, I do have a lot of respect for them for doing what they did.
That's why I think it is. They felt like they disrespected, especially like you having them going against, each of their champions, and
Yeah,
they're both gonna like lose whatever. And plus, like the finish that was supposed to be that match that they were supposed to have, like they didn't like the finish. Like I think what was it like? I'm supposed to pin they on or
yeah.
something like that. And it's like kind of respecting of the tag team.
And as I say, I respect them for standing behind their guns and saying, okay, our friendship, who we are, is more important than this, and we're not going to let them disrespect us by doing that. So they would rather lose the titles than turn on each other like that.
Right.
And I think that is, I mean, utmost respect for them for doing that, for standing up. And finally, somebody standing up to the riders and management and saying, no, we ain't doing that shit.
Right. It's just kind of ridiculous, but I do wish Banks the best of luck. And I know like after all that's concluded, she probably got stay for something like 90 days. Then after that, she
Right, but I still
whatever.
say, she's got to do what's right for her.
Right.
And if this is what's right for her, what she feels is right for her in her career, more power to her. Because there's so many people who would just rather kiss ass and, you know what I mean, stay. And I think that, but the other thing is that the way I look at it as well is she is showing how much integrity that she's got. She's saying, I'm not going to bow down to this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to come out and play these little games. You put a title on me before and you took it away real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I've got a title, you've wanted to do something to mock me or humiliate me. Yet you've got Becky Lynch and Charlotte and others who hold on to it for a freaking eternity and get try after try after try after try. And you could tell Sasha, as much as I don't like her, deserved more chances. She deserved to hold it more.
Mm-hmm. Like you said, especially with that that back and forth like thing that they did with her and Charlotte, like back and
Right.
forth with the title.
And they could easily have had that belt on Sasha for a long period of time and it worked. Because you either have her as a heel or as a face. Either way, she kills it as both.
Right.
And some of the matchups we did get to see her have. Do you know what I mean? We saw her have some damn good matches,
Mm-hmm.
but there were some matchups that were needed.
Right.
And I think that if she feels that she's not getting the push that she deserves, not getting the respect that she deserves,
Right.
then she deserves to go where she's gonna get it. And I hope she does go where she deserves to get it.
Yeah. Before we close that issue, it was one she mentioned like in her interviews that she would like to wrestle in like Japan and stuff like that.
See, I could see her being such a huge hit over there. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
look at AJ Styles when he was overseas.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, he was just like a god over there. And I could see her having that same pull.
Right.
And if she could get taken on over there, then I'd say go for it. Like, just do it, you know?
Right. Which I think she will.
I think so too, and I think it would be really good for her.
Yeah, it should be fun. Like I don't know if they got like a women's title in like pro wrestling or any other promotion that's in the area. I don't know, but maybe something would different will probably would change from that. So
Yeah, who knows? But just, I think it would be good for her to. She needs a place where she can actually be a star. And WWE almost got her there.
right.
But as we've said 100 times before, WWE has its own little issues that do not get addressed very often.
Right. Just say what the issues are.
Racist.
Because some people probably
A
don't
lot
even
of the
know.
writing staff, a lot of the management, have that racist thing that you've got to be the good old white boy to carry that title.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that Roman Reigns has held that title for so damn long is surprising.
Yeah, for him being Samoan.
Yeah. And I'm glad that they did. But nothing against John Cena. Whenever WWE wants a pick me up or a little, you know what I mean, flair type thing,
Mm-hmm.
who do they run to? Who are they running to right now because things aren't going how they wanted?
Well, I know he's with a few with Theory, so he's probably just gonna be there for like maybe a couple of months.
Right. But what I'm saying is this is what we're used to seeing from wrestling, from WWE. That when something isn't, kind of running as smoothly as they want, they bring John Cena back.
Right, and I'm just surprised he got the time to do,
You know
something.
damn well he's probably fit. He's told them when he's going to be available. Do it on his time frame, and because they know that he'll bring in viewers, they know that he'll bring in money. They're like, yeah, we'll do it. And with Vince McMahon with his money problems right now, he needs all the money he can get. So
yeah, we can jump into that subject too with Vince McMahon. It seems like he gave like $1 million hush money to
some woman he was having an affair with, and it was she had to sign a non-disclosure agreement.
Yeah, I guess this woman was having an affair with him and John Lord.
Yep.
So I don't know if it was at the same time, which would be kind of weird for them to.
Oh, that might be gross too at the same time.
Right. Just rumors. Just from what I read today. But from the woman that is supposed to be. I don't know if it's true, but it's okay. I remember her name now. It seems like it was between them and Rosa Mendez, which
Really?
that's from what they're saying right now. Like,
Huh.
I don't know if it's really true, but that's what somebody had put on the report today.
Hmm.
But it would kind of explain like why she wasn't with them longer.
Yeah.
All that stuff. So yeah, and plus when they had like appear like in the Royal Rumble and stuff like that, she's wasn't there.
And the time frame, if you think about it, works out because there's that investigation being done into what's his face.
Oh yeah, Kevin Dunn.
Was when he was doing some trading and cashing in stocks and all this lot. Yeah, it makes some sense, wouldn't it? But either way, it's like, what is it with these men in power positions?
It's like I can't even stand Kevin Dunn. He's like more of a yes man than anything. Just it's my nerves.
But I'm saying these men who are in power, like Vince and everything, who use money to pay off people. But then it makes me think it's like, as a woman, if you know somebody is a married man,
Ouch.
and is it John Laurinaitis married to
The Bella's mom.
Bella's mom?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got one married man there. Then you've got Vince McMahon, another married man.
Which they are now separated.
Right, but at the time they were married.
Right.
What is wrong with you as a woman to have an affair like that?
You know.
Is there something we're not hearing? Is there more to it?
Well, I was jokingly saying like Vince was sleeping with like most of the divas or whatnot, but although I put that as a joke, but it just seems like there could be some truth to that. I don't know if they want to admit to it or don't want to be involved.
But even still, this whole bullshit of men in power thinking that they can sleep with employees and stuff, and women lowering themselves to like, well, if I sleep with him, I can, get some money out of him later on, and
Right.
The whole, well, I'll sleep with him, and then if he says anything, I will tell everybody.
Yep, you'll be right. But you say something, just can't keep it in your pants. Some of us are guilty of that, and but some of us probably, just like, okay, not that way or anything like that. Have somebody home, and I'd rather be with that person.
This is a man, if though I'm saying this is a man who, has.
Mm-hmm.
And then it makes you wonder more and more about the timing of Stephanie's stepping away. Now, I know they were saying it was because of that one lawsuit.
Uh-huh.
But the other thing is obviously she knew about what was going on. Probably because this has all come to light supposedly just recently.
Mm-hmm.
Well, damn well that it was probably, out there before then among the family.
Right.
So it makes you wonder, okay, did she step away to be a comfort to her mom? Support her mom?
Well, they had to be away from family, so I can understand that. So, yeah, that would, probably would make sense. And
because at the end of the day, Stephanie is all for her family. But I do believe that Stephanie, as much as she likes the wrestling business, her priority would be how helping her mom out, because this is, a big thing. And probably also finding out if there's more women involved, who else did it? Who else was involved that perhaps she was friends with?
right.
Because it's not just a betrayal to her mom there. Stephanie was their boss too.
Mm-hmm.
Who else is, helped betray her and her mom?
Right, I know what you're saying. But before we keep on getting on further, let's act the darkness on here. I just got a question for you for what you just posted. Like, how are they going to get PJ Tucker back, and are they working out a deal with Miami, or like what's going on with that situation? Because like if trades got to be done, they got to be done. Like draft picks and future draft picks. So just let me know what you know about that. But back to this situation that everything's been blowing up. Well, like about Michael Hayes was like when Mark Henry was there, like
Right.
him go in bomb, and
Well, and we've
Still-
had that. We've had that a lot of times from Vince as well.
Right.
But what my other point of it is that I'm still going back to the whole Stephanie situation in regards to it.
Right.
Those are people who she worked with and considered friends.
Right.
So I'm wondering, when she found out what was going on, because lie, that sort of thing, and then finding out it wasn't a lie, did she step aside to spend more time with her mom because of this? The betrayal from people who she perhaps respected and were friends with, and that sort of thing.
Right. It's just like, especially like if that's gonna happen, like if they, especially thinking, firing them three, especially men, and I know a lot of people is gonna be happy about it.
And then if you think about it, doesn't that also explain Shane as well?
Oh yeah, but they were saying this is like a bad year for WWE, especially like with backstage stuff with Shane not coming to agreements with Vince about some stuff.
But start thinking about it. All we're hearing is what went on over weeks and weeks and months, right?
Right.
What haven't we heard about? We're only hearing, oh well, Shane, wasn't a part of this because, he couldn't come to an agreement. Is that a polite way of saying Shane had had enough?
Could be because
It's-
they was thinking like after Vince was gonna retire, which it seems like God knows
Right.
when, that he was gonna take over, but it seems like that wasn't the case.
No, but I'm also saying, listen to what I'm saying. Did Shane, because Shane and Stephanie both left within a few weeks of each other. Did mom and dad sit them down and say, this is what's going on? And Shane say, I'm not dealing with this. This is bullshit. I'm going. You can put out whatever you want as to why I quit, why I left.
Mm. Talk about like with this situation.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Because it's been going on for longer than we're hearing about it.
Right. Right.
Is that one of the reasons why Shane left? And then you've got Stephanie, upping and leaving. Did she leave later because she was trying to she said, look, Dad, I'm not going to leave you in the lurch. I will get things sorted out for you, but I'm not going to be staying around and dealing with this. I need to be with Mom for now.
Right.
That's still family obligations.
Yeah, it is. Maybe, yeah, like you said, they're the comfort of mom and
Yeah.
all that stuff.
The Shane has every right to be pissed off at his dad for what his dad did.
Especially some stuff that didn't work out in the past with them too.
Yeah.
Because, like, what was it, like after 2004? Or was it 2006 that he left and decided to do his own thing because he wasn't getting the company? And, they had him come back just to be like a talent.
Yeah. And then the things that he was doing during COVID, some of those, like the Underground Fight Club and stuff,
Yeah,
I thought was freaking awesome.
I thought it was too.
And Vince took that away from him.
Yeah, but half the people were complaining about it, like, this is BS and stuff. So half of it is the blame of the fans, and half of it is because Vince McMahon took it away for
Right.
at least people that really liked it that segment.
But, with all of those things, it's like, is he sitting back and saying, when am I going to actually get my shot at running this? You
Right.
keep saying you want me to take over. Well, when? When? Is the reason why you weren't quitting because of the women who were there, you had on tap.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It
Yeah.
was like, how long is it going until we hear that what's his face is getting divorced?
Wait,
John Laurinaitis.
Oh yeah. because that relationship has been quiet. Like we
Yeah.
don't know what's going on.
More power to them if they keep it, under wraps. Because let's be honest, they're not in the same position as Vince and that lot and being really public.
Right. Like
But
that,
either way,
yeah.
but either way, it's still some bullshit going on there. And I think a lot of the people leaving had a lot to do with that whole situation. I firmly believe that Stephanie and Shane had gone because of that situation. Whether they, because of obviously disapproving of what their dad is up to be a comfort to their mom. Because when shit goes down, that shit's going to roll straight downhill. Because if they get rid of Vince, what else is going to come to light that's been going on? Who else has been covering up this that we don't know about? Who else
Right.
is involved, period, in regards to it? We don't know.
Right. Because this would be an interesting thing, like to see what's going to happen, like after this. There's reports out there that Vince may be fired from this and probably will lose everything and lose his job, and somebody else may take it over. But the question is, like, who's that person that's going to take over? It could be Stephanie or it could be Linda.
And that's the thing. With a big divorce underway, who's that going to end up with control of the company?
Linda.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, Linda's the businesswoman.
Yeah, but you think her politics and stuff like that is going to be in the way of that?
No,
You don't think so?
no. It didn't in the past. And she's not running in any major political circles right now.
Yeah, because I know she stepped away from WWE to be in like
Yeah.
political and stuff like that.
But she's not like a major political, thing.
Right.
And the
right.
question is if Vince has to sell out, say, his stock and stuff, is Triple H and Stephanie or Shane and his family in a financial position to be able to buy those stocks to take control?
Right. Only thing I hope that doesn't buy it is £20 for AEW. So
Can you imagine?
no, you need to leave that alone.
I don't think he's got that kind of money.
His mother does.
Who's his dad?
The owner of the Jaguars. I forgot what his name was. I always thought him and Nick Khan, that like the president of WWE, were like related or something. Yeah. I just hope that doesn't happen. Because that would just really would be like a big mistake if they, sell to Tony Khan. Like, I got my competition. How you gonna buy a competition? Your ratings are not even up there.
See, I don't think that he would buy it because I think that Vince would actually put a block on it because it would be down to Vince who he sold to, in the end.
Right.
But it's still a case of, is there anybody in his family who has the money to be able to buy it?
What if The Rock buys it? Come up with like a whole bunch of partners like he did with the XFL and be like, I'm gonna buy it.
Now, this is the thing. There are people who are in a position where to buy it. But I'm saying, does Vince's family have that money to be able to buy it and retain control?
No, that's a good idea. That's a good thinking too. But like, they do end up getting divorced and she's rewarded with the company.
That's the thing. It's a possibility. All of it is.
Right. Yes, it is. Like before we like get off the subject and jump to the next, um, would like some of y'all think like would that be a good idea that Vince will be gone from this and that it's taken over by somebody else? But don't say because you want the Attitude Era back because not only that it did like increase them, oh, excuse me, like ratings and stuff, but it did cost them a lot of money to do all that. Just it was just the way they did it, and saying they can probably do something, maybe they can add a little bit like TV 14 if they want to, or do something better. But one of the reasons why they own TVPG is because of some sponsors that they have, and I think some people just don't get that. And I think part of it that we're stuck in is because some of the fans they want one thing, they get it, they're still not happy. So it just really, really doesn't make any sense because some of these fans can be like, as Jim Ryan would say, fickle. And yeah, it's just like insane. So, in your opinion, like when somebody takes it over, you think like is the WWE product going to be better, or are you happy where it's at right now?
Depends who takes it over. I can't answer that question because if you have somebody come in and take it over who's the wrong person, it's going to go to hell in a handbasket real damn quick. But even with the right person takes it over, if they play superstar too much in regards to this is my company, I'll do what I want type of deal,
Right.
You're going to end up with a poor result.
Kind of like how Vince is kind of is right now.
Yeah. And going on to different wrestlers, Cody himself knows how difficult it is to be a major force in the wrestling business.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as easy as people think.
Right.
I think people think, oh, we just got to book places to have a show and get talent. No,
Nope.
no.
Not just.
There's so much more to it than that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think even wrestlers themselves, some of them, not all of them, but some wrestlers themselves do not understand the business side of wrestling. Now, that's not a bad thing. That really isn't a bad thing. Because some people are great wrestlers and lousy business people.
Mm-hmm.
But it's got to be the right person to take it over.
Right.
And I can't tell you who the right person is. And I can't tell you if it's going to be a better product. Because right now we are in a I don't know situation.
Yeah, that's a good point. So for y'all that's watching right now, y'all comment below, like, if you think it would be better, like maybe you have like the answer for that, or if you don't, I understand because
Well, who would you like to see take it over? Who you think would do a good job?
right,
Who perhaps was a crappy wrestler, but the ideas and the things that you've heard him speak about since leaving, make common sense, make a good bit of sense to you.
exactly. Um, but so we're gonna move on from that subject and talk about the Jeff Hardy situation. But I know you got something to talk about with like Rebby Scott, like dealing with the Jeff Hardy situation.
Yeah, I follow her on TikTok, sorry. And a lot of people have been coming out to her on there saying, what did you and Matt do? You could have done more to help him. Why weren't you there? Why weren't you keeping an eye on him and everything? And blaming everybody but Jeff himself. And Jeff has even come out and said to his brother and his sister-in-law, don't speak for me in regards to this. And she made it clear that, she's not speaking for him, but people have got to leave her alone.
Right.
She showed footage, and I showed you the video.
Yep, I've seen
She
it.
showed footage of her, of them repeatedly through the night of the events that led up to this, them saying, make sure alcohol's not being served, don't serve him any alcohol. Saying to the hotel, do not have alcohol brought up to his room, do not have him served at the hotel bars. Now, as she said, short of them having him sleep between them,
Mm-hmm.
what was it there for them to do? Now you've got to remember, she's been through all this with Matt, and it's not her job to save her brother-in-law. It really isn't. And to be blaming her and also blaming Matt for this, come on, people.
Right. It makes no sense.
It makes absolutely no sense. You know, she's trying to do her best. She has a family that she's got to look after. You know, and people are coming after her because they feel that her and Matt didn't what they should have done. Come on now.
Like of course, like they're gonna they care for him and stuff like that. But like you can't tell people, you can't tell them like to stop drinking and stuff.
He's a grown man.
Yeah.
Rebby is not his wife, not his mother,
Right.
and you know, as she said, her and Matt did everything they possibly could. So what's left for them to do?
Right.
There's nothing left for them to do because they can't do any more than they have already. And specifically to blame her for it as well. That's the thing that's really chomping at my bit on.
Right. It don't even make no sense like why they blaming her for this and like he's his own man. It's like
Yeah.
they like you said, they mentioned like not to serve him or anything like that and probably some crazy person, maybe somebody like Jenny, probably just
Yeah.
alcohol.
Me and Jeff party at different events.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see Jeff, sorry, not turning down a drink from a fan. But as I say, it is still not her fault.
Well, yeah.
And these fans have just got to stop.
Yeah, some fans we gotta grow up. But the result of this was because they suspended Jeff Hardy without pay. We don't know how long he's gonna be. Oh yeah, we do. He does agree to go to treatment, so I think like we're in his treatment end, and he's gonna be reinstated from the suspension then. But who knows? And he's gonna go to a 30-day, 60-day, 90-day rehab or
Whatever it is.
whatever the treatment they're thinking of. We don't know.
And good luck to him. I really hope that, he comes through this.
Right.
It's not an easy battle, but
Right, and there's something that I think I didn't mention, or you might have saw it, or maybe I didn't tell you, but there was a fan, a poor wrestler. We're talking about Matt Hardy as like all the brothers are getting drunk and it seems like all they do is take drugs and stuff, blah blah blah. With the molesting the students or whatever is Bill Devon. He said there's some stuff about that and plus Matt Hardy and Matt Hardy came back and said, I ain't touched drugs in a long time and didn't touch alcohol for a certain amount of time and I can't I'm surprised that you out of all people would say something like that. And he's right, like Bill DeMont out of all people, like with his issues and stuff, but how he got fired.
well, I think some people just want to get the light away from them, so they'll throw anybody they can under the bus to do it.
Right. But yeah, this is just really like I said, an insane week of WWE. But many more craziness that happened over the weekend with Shock. I know I still gotta watch NXT because I think it was Two Dimes from NXT did get let go because of a policy issue, but they said there's a chance he may come back. And from what they're showing, it was this week and next week, NXT was pre-recorded, so like you're not going to see him going until the next time they be live, which is don't kind of make any sense. So just have to throw that in there. But is there anything you want to add before we close out?
Oh, I'm fabulous. Yeah.
you know, um, we can do something like this again if y'all do appreciate it. Like, just see if something going on in the week or some topics that we want to talk about. But I do just remember there was one more thing we want to talk about, and that's Paige. Um, I don't know if some of y'all know the truth about what's going on and stuff. So she did write a statement that she didn't want to leave WWE. It was WWE don't want to resign her. So, and she did also say it's like you're gonna see me wrestle someday, and but this is like with the Daniel Bryan situation. They have him at GM and stuff like that. Then suddenly, you split the wrestle. He's still wrestling now at AEW, but he was put to wrestle and as far as he did. Oh, excuse me. So the best of luck to Paige, wherever she may go, and I think she's gonna make a killing in the Indies. I believe that.
Absolutely.
Even if she wrestles or she just appears there for like autograph and photo ops and stuff, she's gonna make a killing. But the good thing is, it's not she not like with a 90-day
Yeah, because it's the
costing
end
her.
of her contract as
Yeah,
opposed to being let go or quitting.
right. And I know some of y'all thinking like it took them this long, just to do something and let her go because she hasn't done anything. But I give WWE their props on keeping her that long because with an injury like that, it's like they tried to do like stuff with her, like be GMs, then they got rid of the GM thing and like being a manager and stuff like that, which she still could have, and she did like throw some things out there like working with Ronda Rousey. Could have been interesting, but you know how some management and stuff are. And the funny thing is like I own WWE. Um, it'd be interesting, their stock be selling for cheap and like if I have the money, I'll buy it. And I know eventually I'm gonna buy more stock, but like I said, I'm not gonna go full crazy on it or anything like that. But I am gonna buy like a full stock or maybe another one because it's good. Like some people with stock, will finally like have a say so and stuff. I wonder that's why they answer that question like, who you still want to be in charge of WWE when they send those questions out a couple of months ago. So that would give you like something to think about. But we're gonna close it here, and okay, thanks for that like on YouTube. So thank you guys. Um, like this video, give it a like. Also subscribe to the channel for past, wrestling stuff, like wrestling content and Milwaukee Bucks content, which you're going to see some like videos about this today. And we will talk about that PJ Tucker issue that Bucks After Dark had put on. So I will talk about that on another video. Probably will be the next video that we posted up, but it won't be live or anything. It'll just be posted on there. But like I said, like and subscribe. We do need more subscribers so we can try to do more with this channel. And without you guys, there will be no us. So hopefully, come on, show some support and try to subscribe and and also chat with us on here from time to time too when we go live. Like, don't be afraid. But anyways, you guys on Twitch, I don't know when. I think the next time I'm gonna be on here will be tomorrow. Talk about Slammiversary, which will be on pay per view this Sunday. So watch out for that. Same thing here with YouTube. Besides the couple of videos I am going to release today, and we will talk about tomorrow about our Slammiversary pay per view, which shockingly they decided to do it on Sunday. So that's something unlike Impact for them to do. But we'll see. So until the next video, you guys on Twitch, please follow us on Twitch. And like I said, next time you see me will be tomorrow. So have a good one, Twitch. Until next video. And after you guys on YouTube, same thing. Um, like I say, if you excuse me, if you got any stories and stuff like that, like we probably missed this week or anything like that, um, chat with us when we be live on Sunday for Aftermath. It'll probably be right after the Slammiversary pay per view. We talk about the results of Slammiversary and just other stuff that's going on there. We talk about more, or there's like more information about, you know, the WWE situation or the Jeff Hardy situation. If we get more stuff on that, we'll talk about it on there. So this is just something that we just decided, we should do for something different. Because I haven't been posting much about wrestling only, but aftermath. But it's just one of those things that I just need to do more. So I would like to thank my wife for being on the show today. So it did make it more interesting, in my opinion. And like I said, guys, you're probably gonna see me in future videos today. Talk about the PJ Tucker maybe possible coming back to the Bucks, or also like other scenarios that a few people that they got on here, like they're talking about maybe the Rockets may want to trade Eric Gordon for a draft pick. Maybe there's a scenario that the Bucks can do that and get some pieces too. Or with the situation with Philadelphia, like they're trying to get rid of their draft pick and the trade for like a good bona fide star. So we'll see some scenarios on that part too. Got something to do with the Bucks. So until the next video, you have a good one, and y'all can see me maybe in a little while.